I'm not quite sure how to take that, although I would admit that there's a lot of fog in Massachusetts in many different ways. Well, good evening. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. Certainly a pleasure to celebrate this important event with you. This is not my first visit to the Clearfield campus, but it's my first visit for an official occasion, so that makes it very special, as this is my first year as president of the university. When I first came to Clearfield, it was during the interview process for a new president, and it took me no more than about 15 minutes to realize this really is a special place, as both Mary Ann and David mentioned. The commitment on the part of the faculty and the staff and the enthusiasm of the students is very clear. It really doesn't take much to see and to feel that and become excited and motivated by the way in which people feel about this particular part of Lock Haven University. One of the things that I've said repeatedly, not only during the selection process, but upon my arrival at Lock Haven, was that Clearfield is an important and integral part of the Lock Haven University family. It's not a separate entity, but an important arm of the institution, and it serves the Clearfield and surrounding communities and the county in a very special way that Lock Haven University at Lock Haven can't do. So this is something that I want people to clearly understand, that we're part of a university and we share common goals, but there's a very special place for this portion of the university in this region of the state. It's a pleasure to celebrate with you this evening. Lock Haven University is proud of the students that attend Clearfield, and we want to congratulate them. And we also have a special student with us, or at least a former student with us, and it's my pleasure to have the opportunity to introduce him. Adam Wisor has strong credentials. He was an outstanding student here at Clearfield, and he went on to study at Clarion and to continue his education beyond that. One of the things that I've learned, and I only had a few minutes to speak with him, but I did a little bit of research on him. There's no question that he was an inspiring student, one who took on any challenge, who wasn't afraid to ask questions, wasn't afraid to challenge his faculty, and himself in many different ways. He achieved outstanding performance in his academic studies. He was a Dean's List student. And we know that he's very proud of his alma mater. And there's no question that we are very proud of him and his accomplishments. And we know that he'll continue to grow in his profession and be an outstanding member not only of the profession but of the community. And he'll continue, we hope, to support Lock Haven University and come back as an alum and be part of the Lock Haven family. And at this point, I want to introduce to you one of our outstanding alums, Adam Wisor.
Well, thank you, guys. I'd first like to begin by just thanking everybody that's here tonight, specifically the senior faculty, as well as the generous backing that the Alumni Association presents here at the Clearfield campus. It really doesn't feel like all that long ago, for me to be truthful with you, that I was actually at the same awards ceremony a few years back. At that time, this beautiful building that we're in right now wasn't here. It was just a single building that's out front here. And I must also like to congratulate all the students that are here. You know, you guys didn't just come here on an easy journey. Everything that you guys did to get here was very hard work, and one that's not only from you, but also your parents that are here to support you as well. I must be honest, when I was invited here tonight, I was a little bit hesitant as far as coming here, as I only graduated in 2006 myself. You know, I feel like just recently obtaining my master's degree in May and just really starting my new path as a nurse practitioner, I'm still kind of early as far as in the career that I really tried to get into and approach. But I must say, I'm very honored to be here tonight to share my story with you guys of how my success did start here in Clearfield campus. If you think about it, success itself really starts within a few simple steps. Yet, many people refuse to take these steps. You see, as a senior in high school, it's a very difficult decision to choose what university or what college you're going to attend. I interviewed and even took many entrance exams at a number of universities, some local, as we are here, as well as some that are a lot further away. But I chose to attend here at the Clearfield campus at Lock Haven University. Here in Clearfield, opportunities presented itself to me that were unique and separate from many others. First, I entered into an associate program that, to be honest with you, I faced a lot of resistance from fellow classmates of high school, the teachers and advisors. A lot of them encouraged me to move on and go into a bachelor program right from the beginning. But to be honest with you, the reputation of the high quality program that Lock Haven presented to me, as well as the phenomenal board passing rates that the program had here, it was impossible to resist. The campus was local, while it still offered a very high educational opportunity that many other universities simply didn't. I began my educational career here in the summer of 2005, and it was at that point that I met a lot of inspiring individuals, much like many of you in this room tonight. They were quite simply my classmates. My fellow classmates and I created a lot of strong bonds being in a small university and in a small setting, but it allowed me to really succeed through the 2 years that I was here through my clinicals, and to be quite honest with you, to get through with my instructors. We spent many long hours studying. We spent many long hours looking at the in-depth coursework that we had. And it was here that the vast amount of material that was taught to me created my foundation as a nurse. It was the cornerstone of my nursing education. Entering as a nursing student, I'd always known that I wanted to work in the healthcare field, but was uncertain at that point where. I thought anesthesia at first was kind of the direction for me, and then I realized they're always asleep and I like to talk too much. So that wasn't quite for me. So the steps in my journey turned slightly with the help of my advisors and my teachers here at the university. And each one did not only know my name, but they knew my individual strengths, my weaknesses, and also my personal goals. It was that personal connection that each one of them had with me that really helped me, as well as the other classmates and students here, succeed and instilled the imperative knowledge that we need to reach success. You see, during the start of my last semester here, I had interviewed for 2 jobs, both of which were offered to me. At the time that they were offered, both employers expressed to me how confident they were and reassured they were, knowing that if they hired nurses from this university, the quality that we would give to our patients. It was also about the same time that I realized I really wanted to pursue my education further in nursing. So I enrolled into the BSN program at Clarion, much like what Lock Haven now offers, as well as working full-time at the same time. A number of my fellow classmates had also enrolled, and it was those fellow classmates and I that worked together to not only succeed in Clarion in our education, but also into our working field. I had accepted a position at Mount Minnie Medical Center, where I had spent 5 years, during which time I worked as a diabetes mentor, a preceptor on my unit. I served as the secretary of our unit shared governance, as well as the chairman of the Nursing Quality Council for the hospital. But I was uncertain at first what area of nursing I fit into. Where I found my passion was in oncology. It was in that area of nursing that after only 2 short years, I was awarded Employee of the Month for the hospital, where basically I was awarded for not only practicing the people skills that I had learned in this campus, but also the quality of care that I gave to my patients. To me, it was nothing special, but it was what I was trained to do. I later graduated from Clarion University and took my next step in my educational career at Penn State University. There they offered a Master of Nursing as a nurse practitioner, to which I recently graduated in May and have recently moved into my new career position as an oncology nurse practitioner in Du Bois that I just accepted in July. But what I'm more honored to share with you tonight is the main lesson that I have learned here in Clearfield, and that is that success is a journey of stepping stones. You see, you don't really start our education with knowing everything. In reality, we start our education knowing next to nothing. As we learn through the help of our advisors and instructors in this university, they give us the keys to unlock our future. In my case, not only were Lock Haven, Clarion, and Penn State large hurdles to cross, but each had different challenges to overcome. It's not the success at the end of the journey that's important, but it's all the small steps that we take to get where we go. So as my next step in my journey is within my new career and working as a nurse practitioner in Du Bois, yours is completing the high quality education that you will receive here at the Clearfield campus. It has its own challenges that you will each face every day, but remember that your career journey is only just beginning. Even if you need to jump back and change the direction slightly, remember that the journey is ongoing and is without end. Thank you.